Hello and welcome to The Darting Life, the podcast brought to you by Mark Jones Photography. First week we've got Bradley Coltman. Brad, a very up and down few months, I would say, for you with a lot going on.
Yeah.
Let's talk your job role first. Talk to us about a couple of weeks ago you had a very important business meeting with the bosses. What happened?
Uh, been at well, not my company, but I was at a company for 17 months. Thought it was going really, really well. And then 3 weeks ago, called into the office and basically got given the news of being made redundant. Um, it was a shock, but I think on the back of that, it's forced me into a position where I've always wanted to go, start my own company up. Um, and yeah, it's been a tough 3 or 4 weeks, but don't kill you, make you stronger.
Absolutely. And Coltman's Joinery obviously started properly this week. We were talking about this yesterday, and you've got quite a few jobs lined up already, which is excellent for the start of a new business.
Yeah, so my first official day was yesterday. I've had so much interest of friends, family, friends of friends, and I think I'm booked up now to the end of October, pushing start week of November. So it's great. I've had a lot of positive feedback, people trying to help me out, friends and family that have helped. Um, and even that has been a 3 or 4 stressful weeks. I think now it's kind of a lot of weight's been lifted off my shoulders because now I'm solely working for myself, not trying to juggle loads of different things. Um, so yeah, I'm ready to go and earn loads of money.
That's what it's all about. And how did you come into the joinery that you've been doing the last sort of 17 months?
I've basically been doing joinery since I left school at 16. I was very fortunate to have a great role model with my grandpa. He was a cabinet maker. He taught me everything he knew. So when I wasn't at college, I was working with him 2 days a week. Um, and then once I'd finished my college course, I went straight on site to do office refurbs, suspended ceilings, and it's just stemmed from that really. I just progressed further and further. I've done so many different things, roofing. I've always liked the kitchens, bedrooms, just general joinery. I've got a lot of experience under my belt, which helps me day to day, problem solving and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a good 11 years since I left school, I suppose. I really enjoy working. If cost of living wasn't so expensive, I'd work for free. I really do enjoy my job. Um, but like I say, it's been a stressful 3 or 4 weeks, but just got to plod on now and carry on.
And in terms of what you get out of your role, is it that you look at the work that you do and think that looks great, that's almost your reward?
Yeah, see, the way I take my work is I perform my job in the basis of I'd be happy with it in my house. So if I walk away from a job and I'm not happy, then I'll be thinking about that. I have to leave a job and it be as perfect as I want someone to do a job in my house. And that's where I've always been, and that's never failed me. I've had so much positive feedback over the past 18 months, 2 years, since I've been doing private jobs and stuff like that and helping people out. And that's what keeps me enjoying the job and keeps me properly involved in it.
And speaking of like doing things how you would have them in your house, of course, you've not long moved into your own property, have you? So
Well, I say it's not long, it's gone very fast. We've been in there over 2 years now, which has been amazing. Your own space. I don't think you realise how much you need your own space until you've got it. So yeah, we're slowly getting through. Well, I'm slowly getting through the jobs to do, and the list keeps going on. But yeah, it's been great. We're both really settled there now, me and Lucy. So yeah, it's good.
you've come to mention Lucy. Obviously, you asked a very important question on a family holiday not so long ago. Was it Marbella?
Yeah. Oh, I got down on one knee and asked her to marry me.
Yeah, and did you do
Uh,
it the old traditional way? Did you ask her dad's permission?
yeah, it took me, I think, 3 or 4 days courage. to ring him every time I got his number loaded up on my phone. No. And I finally got round to it. So that was a big weight off my shoulders. There was a lot of stress involved. But yeah, got it done. I'm both really happy.
What was more nerve-wracking, asking the dad or asking Lucy to marry you?
The dad. I knew she would say yes. 100%
Well,
the
obviously
dad.
you've been together a long time now. How long is it you've been together now?
Over 6 years now.
And where did you meet?
We met, from what I can remember, in a kebab shop in Wolverhampton when I was away on a darts weekend.
So you coming to the darts. What were you doing? What darts event was going off at
It
Wolverhampton at the time? Do you
was,
remember?
I can't remember the exact name of it. I think it was a Windmill Youth event. I was there with Chris Pick and a few others. We had a great weekend from what I can remember. And then 6.5 years down the line, I've got a fiance and didn't look back.
So you've now moved into your own house. You're doing very well with the darts at the moment. You've been on and off with the darts over the years. You've been playing football darts, football darts. What sort of spurred you on these last few months?
Um, I think the biggest turning point for me was when I took my new job. So I used to work away in London a lot with a company called Devolve, and it was 5 days a week, 70 hours a week. So I didn't have that get up and go to get back and practice. Even though I was practicing in my hotel room when I was away, I'd get home and I just wouldn't be bothered because I'd be exhausted. I think so. Changing that job role to yes, be working eight in the morning till 4 or 5 in the afternoon because I'm at home, I'm in my comfort zone. I'll then go and practice. I've obviously committed to doing the vaults. Um, Joined obviously back the Charlton League of Darts, which has been amazing. I've had a lot of support, some very kind words off a lot of people, and I think for me, just enjoying it, not putting so much pressure on myself because I know I'm a decent player, and I used to go to competitions and I'd already visioned what had happened. So when the time had come, I just used to crumble, and it used to ruin me. But so I think enjoying it more.
I mean, obviously you were involved in a lot of darts at such a young age. I remember you playing Wayne Mardle on stage in an exhibition. You've obviously played Phil Taylor. Talk to us about your heroes in darts. Like who would you want to be like?
It's going to be very cliche, but from a young age, I used to go to competitions with my dad. And if I ever wanted any darts, flights, stems, anything, he'd get it, man. So I think, yes, I've got my heroes and who I would strive to be like. My favourite dart player is Peter Wright. And there's so many different players that've got different attributes in the darting world. But I think my number one is my dad. And I know I'm 27, but it's still that now. Well, we played last night, and I hate playing him because I played well all night, and then as soon as I play my dad, I crumble. I go to a bag of nerves, and I think that's just a father and son rivalry. But yeah, I'd say number one is my dad, 100%.
It's nice as well that you shared times that have been similar. So your dad's come to support you, and I know that you supported your dad when he played for Leicestershire County as well.
Yeah, well, when I was younger, I would not allow him to watch me because it had put me under so much pressure. Having obviously, he's got a lot of caps for Leicestershire. He's gone to different international opens over the years, and I always wanted to do that at a young age, but I weren't allowed. So when I played and he came to watch me, I felt pressure because I wanted to play well when he's watching. Um, but yeah, I think even though I've been playing a long time and I've played him so many times, I still don't feel confident when I'm playing him because I know that I don't like losing to him.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's yeah,
And I guess he feels the same about you. You doesn't. He's not going to. Even though you're his son, he's not going to want to lose to you either. It's almost like bragging rights to the house, I guess.
yeah. I think that's just a rivalry. I think growing up, I've always wanted to beat him, but I've not been good enough at all. Um, I think over the past few years, I've got that bit between my teeth where I'm able to hold my own now in big games. Um, and I think he knows that as well, which is why it puts him under pressure. But still, I just feel so much pressure when I'm playing him.
I remember you beating him on a Wednesday night at the CDL League at Spot On, and it was almost like that relief that you'd finally beaten him in a competitive game?
I think that was one of the first times I did beat him in a league. We've obviously practiced and whatever over the years, and maybe took a couple of legs off him here and there. But yeah, I think that was actually the first proper time I'd beat him, and I beat him well. Um, but we always have our battles. He'll beat me. Like the first time at Clod, he beat me 3-0, and I was lucky to get nil. It was brilliant, but fortunate enough that last night I got over the line.
And speaking of Claude, your scoring is outstanding at the minute, shall we say, because you've already tied your own record from last season with 55 180s, is it?
55, yeah.
And still 15 games to go. So that
Yeah,
practice is definitely paying off, isn't it?
yeah. I think, like I say, the enjoyment. I've started to enjoy the game rather than putting. I have such high expectations. Sometimes it's not good. If you can go to a competition or a Monday night league and just enjoy it, surround yourself with good players. Everyone in Clyde, they're all supportive. They're all brilliant people. But I think for myself, I've just started enjoying the game. And if I have a bad leg, it doesn't matter. The next, you're both back on 501, and I've really took that into my stride with how I'm progressing through the game. I've never hit so many 180s in my life. I've never hit consistent 30 averages, and it's coming all the time now. And like I say, I think that comes with enjoying it. When I put so much pressure on myself, it doesn't work for me because I'm thinking before I throw them three darts, six darts before.
Obviously, you've been rewarded with exhibitions. So
Yeah,
you play Darrell Gurney next Saturday at Skegness.
yeah.
Nathan Aspinall coming up.
Darrell Gurney next weekend in Skegness. We've got Roller World in Derby. I play Johnny Clayton.
Johnny Clayton, sorry. And then obviously
Um,
you've got Phil Taylor
yeah,
at Armageddon next year down at the Morningside Arena. So playing on that stage against one of the biggest legends in the game.
yeah. It's I didn't think I'd get the opportunity at all, and when the opportunity arose, Matt asked me, Matt Ward, and I had to take it. Like, there's not a lot of people that get these opportunities at like ever. So I'm very grateful for being asked to do these kind of things. I'm just gonna go enjoy it. Just
Absolutely.
enjoy it.
Absolutely. And also, you've got another very important week coming up down at Modus.
Yeah, 14th of October.
Tell us
It's
about how you qualified for that.
it was it's a while ago now. I think maybe March time. There was a Midlands regional playoff qualifier for Modus, and I managed to win the actual afternoon, which Lucy didn't realise. The question was how much money did he win? And she didn't realise I qualified for Modus. Um, but yeah, to be fair, all day I didn't think about it. I didn't think about. I knew obviously it was a Modus qualifier, but not once did I think about Modus. I've watched it for years and years and years since it started on YouTube, and I've always said I'll get there one day. And I know it's took a long time, but I think not thinking about it, and I think I only thought about it when I missed three match darts at I think 5-2 up maybe. I missed three darts at double top, and I thought, ah, that's to get to Modus. But fortunate enough, put in a good leg, and I got the job done. So yeah, it was 2 weeks yesterday, shall we say? Because
And
that's cropped up really quick.
to qualify for that, of course, you had to do well in the ADT vaults that are
Yeah,
local to you as well.
yeah. So obviously they did the vaults around the Brookside in Syston. I went to a few of them in Wigston at the Q Club. Um, Travelled to a couple in Coventry just to get as many points as I can because I know how valuable it is to qualify for something like that and get into. They do the vault national finals as well in October, which I've qualified for, which is a big payout if you get well. Yeah, it's just I can't wait to go to Modus. Having watched it, like I
Fantastic.
say, I'm basically like a fanboy.
Another ADC event that you took part in was Battle of the Brookside, where you took on Nick Fulwell, and again put in a great performance
Yeah,
against the former Pro Tour card holder.
yeah, not that I expected a good game, but I kept up my power scoring, which is what I can do quite a lot now. But he kept with me and he kept with me, and I managed to break him. I think it was the ninth leg to go 5-4 up, and then put in a 13 darter to win. Someone that's played on the telly, played in world championships, pro tours and stuff like that. I think it was good to have a match up like that, because yes, I am playing well and stuff like that, but I don't think you find how well you play until you play someone that's an established player, someone that's in form. So I think it was another great win for me, and it was another boost to the confidence.
Looking ahead against Modus, how are you going to prepare yourself for a potential full week of darts?
Um, I'm just gonna I'm gonna go there with no expectations. I could go there, win the week. I could go there and come last. But I've been to Modus. Like we said previously, that with my new business and everything, I've not really dedicated my practice. There's probably been weeks that I've not chucked at all until Monday nights. Um, but the last week and a half, I've been practicing a lot. Um, and I've just been putting the time in, and it may only be 15, 25, 30 minutes, but it's keeping my arm going. So I'm just going to go there with no expectations, and I'm just going to enjoy it.
Are you taking anyone down there for support?
I think Lucy's going to come in the first few days, but obviously times change, don't they? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be 9:30 start, depending if I win Group A, you never know, or Group B's Thursday and Friday evening, Group C's Thursday and Friday about 12 in the afternoon. So times are quite different, and I think that'll play on my mental preparation to adapt to these different time zones. But yeah, Lucy's going to come with me Monday and Tuesday, and hopefully, when I do get to the Saturday night finals, I'll have plenty of support down at Portsmouth.
Excellent. Brad, thank you so much for your time. Please tune in next week to see yet another guest on the Darting Life.